If you are a consultant, you need to have the answers. If you're a coach, you need to have the questions.
Hello and welcome to our Spotlight series. I'm your host, Carla Egan, and today we're talking to a master life coach that has been training coaches since 2006. To date, she's trained and certified over 6,500 professional coaches. I'm sure it's closer to 7,000 now. She's an international speaker and she has written not one, not two, but 3 books that are available on Amazon. Today, our guest is Barbara Wainwright from Wainwright Global Institute of Professional Coaching. And Barbara, you join us from Orange County in California. Welcome.
Thank you so much. It's a delight to be here, Carla.
Now, naturally, our conversation's going to center around coaching. And I want to start by asking you, as a professional trainer of coaches, Barbara, can you explain the differences, as you understand them, between coaching, consulting, therapy, and mentoring?
I'd love to. You know, coaching is all about asking questions. So the basic premise there of coaching is that our clients have all the answers within them. So as a coach, what we're doing is we're asking probing questions, clarifying questions, and helping the client to get very clear on what it is that they would like to create and gift back to the world. What kind of a life experience would they like to have? That's coaching. Consulting is when you are working with a client and you are giving them advice and you are helping them to create whatever it is that they wanted to gift back to the world. So if you are a consultant, you need to have the answers. If you're a coach, you need to have the questions. Now, if you're a mentor, you're going to combine your consulting and your coaching expertise and mentor someone. If you are a therapist, you're going to be working with the client, but mostly you're going to be listening to what they have going on, because typically somebody that's going to see a therapist has something that's been going on in their life that's been very stressful. It feels out of control, and they want somebody to listen to their story of what happened to them and then give them feedback to help them cope with their situation that they're going through. So therapy is about helping listening, mostly listening, and helping a client to develop coping skills.
I really love the simplicity and how you've broken up each 4 of them. It's one of the best examples of how to describe the differences. So thank you, because I know it's a question that many people probably wonder about, but may not know the answer.
Yeah.
Now, for those people that are interested in becoming a certified coach, what type of background does a person need to have to become a coach?
That's a great question. So here's an interesting thing. I've got over 6,000 coaches that I've trained. The backgrounds that they come from are very diverse. And so I think here's the main thing that it matters. When you're getting ready to decide, hey, should I be a coach or shouldn't I? One of the things that you want to look at is not so much your background and where you came from, but what coaching niche do you want to go into? And I highly recommend that you go into an area that you're already familiar with. So for example, if you wanted to coach somebody in the weight loss area, if you've already had experience at losing weight, then that's a great area for you to go in, because you already know how are the steps that you would need to take in order to help somebody go through a weight loss experience. So you could coach them, you could ask them a lot of questions about it, and you could ask very intelligent questions because you've already been through the process yourself. My background is software development, so there you go, right there. I don't even work with people, right? So it really doesn't matter what your background is. If you have a desire to motivate people and help them and inspire them to move forward and live a life that is dreamy, then you should be a coach.
I like that. I didn't realize you had a background in software development. So it proves that you use your background to help others. Yeah. Look, so it sounds like anyone can become a coach, and I realize that myself. And coaching is the second or perhaps even the fastest growing industry in the world
It's
right now.
huge right
It
now.
is a huge market. And
Right.
while you train professional coaches, Barbara, I'm going to ask you a question. Is there value in getting certified?
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so just think about this. If you were going to a doctor and they didn't have a formal education, would you go? I wouldn't. So that's kind of up to you. But yeah, I think it's very important to have learned a system of coaching, the ethics of coaching. I mean, you can read about the ethics of coaching online. However, when you want to be a professional in any field, you'd want to go out and get an education that is pertinent to the field that you're going into. And the same is true for coaching. First of all, information on what coaching is and isn't, information on what are the ethics of coaching and how should you behave as a coach. What are the boundaries, right? You need to know what the boundaries are when you're coaching. That, and having a credential behind your name notifies or lets your clients know that you have taken the time and the effort and invested in yourself to learn those things. What are the skills? What are the ethics? And if you come through my training, it's a system of coaching that you're going to learn. So here's the great news about that. It's a proven system, step by step. If you take these steps, you're going to have great results with your clients.
Yes, it does, and it adds validity to an unregulated industry, and having certified coaches just raise the levels of coaching, and that's reflected in the client's results as well.
It is, and I think a lot from what I've heard, and I'll just share this. I know that there are people out there that are coaching that are not certified, that have had no training, and the caveat for that is that most of them are not really coaching. I gotta say that they're really not coaching. They're really more consulting, advising, counseling. They're doing all kinds of stuff that isn't really coaching. And what's amazing about coaching is it empowers everybody to live their best life. And if you're telling somebody something, like a lot of non-trained coaches are doing, they're telling people what to do. That's a liability issue right there. That's why I'm saying getting the formal training is really important. And besides that, if you want to get listed on the coaching directory, you need to be certified.
It's a good point. It is true. It is one of our vetting processes,
Yes.
and we maintain that standard. So, thank you for that. So, people come to you, Barbara. They get qualified. They get certified with coaching properly. How do you support coaches after they've been certified and they want to go into their business and start coaching? What type of support do you offer your coaches?
All right. So here's the thing. I'm here. I love coaching. You can call me anytime. I freely give my phone number. In fact, it's on the internet. You can call me. So the support that I give is you can call me, you can email me, and we can have a meeting. We can get online anytime. And I'm really just about ready to do a comeback tour and invite coaches that have been through my training, 10, 12 years ago, and say, if you want to come back and revisit the program, please come and do so.
One of the things that I know about you as a trainer is that all of your trainings are live, Barbara.
Yes, that's right. No recordings here.
No recordings in your program. And the unique thing about your trainings is they are very intimate. You only take a small group of coaches that you train. So you're not training 20, 30. You're training, 10 to maybe 12, 15 people max. And I think that there's a level of depth in learning and building those relationships with one another and with you as well.
Yeah, I'll just say this. I don't allow more than 10 people into my online class. It's very difficult to manage more than 10. When you're doing such an intimate work, we're doing intimate work. We're coaching each other in the class. So we get to know each other very, very well. I've heard that, people have said things like, you know me better than my spouse now, because we've asked questions and we've listened. So we're asking questions, we're digging deep, we're finding out who you are at the core and helping you to move in a direction to move forward in class. So you're learning a coaching system, and you're also using the coaching system. So you're going to coach somebody and you're going to receive coaching. So you're going to leave the class inspired and have a vision statement that's going to help propel you and reprogram your subconscious mind and help you move forward.
Fabulous. And I love your program that specializes in that, because that intimacy gives you that depth.
Yes.
My last question for you today, what does joining the coaching directory mean for you and for your training institute?
Well, I'd just like to share that I am recommending to all of my students that they join the coaching directory. So to me, what it means is, number one, you're being listed on a platform that is vetting everyone. This is unheard of. It's a hands-on vetting process where if you are accepted onto the coaching directory, that says something about your professionalism. Okay, so number one. Number two, Carla is doing an amazing job of actually meeting everyone. She onboards you personally. I think that's just crazy good. And what that does is it means that only high-level coaches and people that are in integrity are on the website. So for me, being on the coaching directory, it's a statement that I'm making to people that are interested in learning more about me. It's a statement that says, I'm professional, I've been vetted, I have integrity, and I'm going to provide a great service.
Love that. Thank you so much. It's I really appreciate those kind words. Yeah. Well, that brings us to the end of our Spotlight interview. And Barbara, thank you for shining the spotlight on coaching as a potential career path for many people. And you are changing lives. You're creating ripple effects everywhere. And thank you for making a difference in the world that we live in right now.
Thank you so much. It's just really an honor to be here with you, Carla.
And thank you to our listeners for joining us and following our Spotlight series. If you enjoy our show, please rate and review us, and be sure to catch us on the next episode. This is Carla Egan from the Coaching Directory, where we connect you to your ideal coach.